Hello, students. We are continuing with period 4, second party system. While it looked for time as if the National Republican Party may replace the Federalists as the party of commerce, it would not last. Many of its affiliations with members of the corrupt bargain, an alleged political deal that led to the election of John Quincy Adams as president in 1824, most notably Henry Clay. The Democratic Republican Party split between national and old Republicans. A new branch began to reassert opposition to commercialized activity. This new party, the Democratic Party, will be led by the war hero Andrew Jackson. Jackson then vehemently opposed the banking system, most notably the Second National Bank, which had been rechartered in 1817 for 20 years. The Democratic Party. Democrats, particularly in the South, rallied around Jackson's tenacity and opposition to the growing industrial and financial markets of the United States. Jackson was a firm believer in the Jeffersonian ideal of agrarian-based lifestyle and land ownership, and in 1837 he vetoed the rechartering of the Second National Bank, a decision that contributed to the following economic downturn in the Panic of 1837. He was also a fierce opponent of anyone he saw as an obstacle in the way of American expansion. He had a reputation of being an aggressive and confrontational leader in the face of opposition, such as his actions and attitudes against the British in the War of 1812 in Spanish Florida. Jackson was especially harsh in his treatment of Indians, which he saw an obstacle to American civilization expansion. In the Northwest Territories and Southeastern Territories of the United States, Jackson employed the U.S. Army on several occasions to clear the way. To remove the previously resistant Creek and Cherokee tribes of the Southeast, Jackson and the Democrats passed the Indian Removal Act of 1830. The act that previously autonomous Cherokee and Creek from their ancestral lands to the Indian Territory of the Oklahoma in the Midwest. But many tribes peacefully, many of the Cherokee tribes resisted, thus prompting Jackson to use of the U.S. Army in the march to the Midwest. This forced march resulted in the suffering and deaths of many young, old, and sick Cherokee and has since been known as the Trail of Tears. In opposition to the Jacksonian Democratic Party, many national Republicans had others formed the Whig Party in early 1830s. The Whig Party supported industrialization and commercialization, particularly in the northern states. Many Whigs were proponents of Henry Clay's American system, which advocated tariffs and protections to promote the growth of domestic industry. The industry would be an interdependent link between the industrialized North and the agricultural South, as the United States would be a self-sufficient textile exporting country. As such, along with the growing market revolution, textile mills, factories, canals, and railroads would spring up in the northern states from the 1820s throughout the rest of the 19th century. Additionally, the democratic attitude towards foreigners and particularly the treatment of Indians. Partially influenced by the Second Great Awakening, many Whigs were concerned with the morality and the Protestant values. While not yet on a large scale, the party saw the early makings of a desire for social forms embodied later by the progressive movement. Whigs advocated such things as Sunday school to provide learning opportunities for working class and agricultural children. They also opposed alcoholism, particularly its impact on the lower classes in the Indians, and initiated the temperance movement. As such, rising his reaction to the growing Democratic Party, the second party system was defined by tensions and competition between the Democratic Party and the Whig Party from 1830s to the 1850s. Okay, thank you, students.